Hey y'all, it's Lippy. So you saw the slideshow. We're gonna make pickled coleslaw. And y'all, $1.50. That bag I showed you, I bought all 3 bags. They were 50 cents a piece. That was yesterday. They needed to be used today. Have you priced cabbage lately? So that was this is 3 pounds of slaw mix. Because I showed you it was a pound per bag. So I think I'm going to get like 5 pints of pickled coleslaw for $1.50. So I just walked you right on through to where we're at now. Y'all saw me mashing all the water out, okay? Now we're going to the brine. Pack the jars. We're going to water bath. Well, we're going to steam bath, but water bath, same thing. For 15 minutes. And let me tell you what. This beats any pickled slaw. It almost brings out a sauerkraut flavor if you like sauerkraut. So, yes, I've got to do some sauerkraut. But this will replace that sauerkraut that you're looking for when you don't have any. Plus, sauerkraut takes a couple of days to do. This didn't take no time. We're 4 hours into it. It's ready to go. So let's get our brine. This is stupid simple, okay? Now here is the seasonings that's going to go into my tea strainer, okay? You can also use a tea bag, anything to set off into your brine. But to this, I have 1/8 of a teaspoon of allspice, 1/8 of a teaspoon of celery seed, 1/8 of a teaspoon of coriander seed. Now, this has a hint of a licorice and citrus, but by using 1/8 of a teaspoon, it's not overpowering. I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of black peppercorn, 1/8 of a teaspoon of mustard seed, and we're going to be adding to each jar 1/8 teaspoon of pickle crisp. 5 cups of white distilled vinegar. Make sure it's 5%. 4 cups of water. I told y'all this is just stupid simple. And 4 cups, oops, let me get the camera around here, of granulated sugar. Now this is pure cane sugar. I'm just going to stir this around, drop our packet in, and we're going to bring this to a boil. Once it reaches a boil, we're going to turn it down to simmer for 5 minutes and take it off the heat. We have our first jar, and I'm going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of pickling salt. And just using my hands. Now we will be packing this. I'm going to stop there. I've got it packed to see how many jars we end up with. It's coming up to boil, so we'll turn it down and simmer it for 5 minutes. We're looking for a 1/2 inch of headspace. Now, when you debubble, the brine will go down. Oh, y'all have seen this 100 times, but you're going to clean the rim of your jar very, very well. Place your lid on, ring, finger tight. Okay, I placed my 4 pints in my steamer. And I've got to watch for this dial. Y'all have seen me use this a couple of times. Once it reaches temperature to the indicator that I have marked, I'm going to let it water bath for 15 minutes. Hey, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all, I doubled my brine, not the seasoning now. You still use that same amount of seasoning. But I did double my vinegar, sugar, and water because I needed extra because I'm fixing to pickle a bunch of refrigerator onions we can eat on for a couple of weeks because we love that. It's like a pickled onion. So in the description, I'll have the original base recipe, okay, for 3 pounds of chopped coleslaw mix. But this is how much brine I have left. So I'm going to let it cool completely down. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And tomorrow, because it's getting too late in the day, I got a bunch of onions to pickle. We love that. I mix yellow onions and I mix red onions. It is delicious. May even put a couple of garlic pods. But you might have been thinking, well, it's a lot of vinegar for just 4 pints. I apologize. I should have said at the beginning. I did extra of the brine. Don't change the seasoning, though. The flavors. Because I'm going to do some not pickles, some onions. All right. I got to let this come up to pressure. Get this processed. And there we have it. Buddy's going to be tickled pink. So there you have it. Y'all, deals are deals, right? Now I got to sit down with my coffee. But first, before I end this, if y'all seen the pork tip video, I think it went out today because this one goes out tomorrow. And I cut up all that jerky meat. I put it in the dehydrator. You know, I'm a surprise buddy. That thing ain't been on 5 minutes. All of a sudden I hear pop. Then it started smelling like something done burn up. Y'all, my jerky meat is in the oven. Now my stove don't go down to 155. That's a sweet spot for jerky. Mine goes to 170. So all the jerky is in this oven. Let's pray it turns out good. Can you believe? The one time after, I said a year, it'd been about 1.5 years, 2 years, Buddy said. I go to make jerky and my machine says, you ain't making jerky today, lady. So my jerky's in the oven. I'll keep y'all updated on how it turns out. I can't believe. But that's okay. It's cooking. Ain't that's all that matters, right? It's cooking. So, I'm going to end this video with a good cup of coffee. And I want to say thank you. Just simple thank you. So stay safe, stay well, and as always, God bless. See you on the next one, y'all.